Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Cloud the Tank once again, and I just want to state, as for this video, as you can probably tell from its title, that it would be dealing with jukeboxes and all these record sales that's always going on eBay and all that stuff. So, when I first want to first thing I want to get out of the way is going to be the whole entire jukebox part, and then we'll head on to the next subject. So, for people that own like one or two jukeboxes, is for when people go out to buy jukeboxes, whatever. One question that I try to look up on I try to look up on Google, and I could not find hardly any answers whatsoever on this one here. But for anyone who's a major jukebox fan out there who likes to collect jukeboxes or whatever, just a personal question to all of you: exactly what is too much when it comes to buying jukeboxes? Like, what is the number that everyone would actually set themselves to, like a bar, to how many jukeboxes that you want to buy to fit either in your house or a garage if you even have one, so I don't, so, or in like a storage area that's actually air secure, which I don't, and actually have all these things collected. I know I see quite a few of these things, especially on eBay, and also every once in a while on Craigslist, where some people are selling it for like dirt cheap to like something like $50 to maybe $300 range, working or non. And then you see all the expensive ones that people try to sell outrageous prices, like thousands to maybe 10,000, which I only mainly see that for like bubblers, which I know those are like for really good collectors who actually have a well-maintained, dust-free environment for them, so that way they don't get a lot of stress and abuse and whatever. And, you know, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want those abused because you pay so much money for it, so. But how much is really too much? Like, owning more than 5, more than 10, 15, or basically become so bad where you can barely walk around your house when you have jukeboxes both left and right. In your kitchen or living room or bedroom, whatever. So, because the reason why I asked that, because it just seems like that since I got like a total about, I would say, probably about, maybe I was thinking about 10 of them, even though one of them is actually a parts unit, so. Because for what I have so far, I have multiple Rockolas, which I have a 432 GP160, I have the 443 that my mom wants, and the Rockola 447, as you can see right here in the background. That's that a lot of these actually still need some work, like the GP and the 447 back here. It actually needs to be completely restored, which I'd like to make some room to do that, but unfortunately my room is like a Japanese apartment. It's kind of everything squanched together, and it's really hard to maneuver. So, and hopefully this year I'm hopefully going to do something to try to fix that problem. So then I got two Seabergs, which is the Seaberg trash can, which I got, which that would be number 4, and also I got the Seaberg SL100 Carnival, which is kind of a hard one to get, and I still want to try to get onto that, and I've been way too lazy on that thing, and I've been holding off for videos on that for way too long, and hopefully I'll be able to do something, because I got the board, I got the size, but I had to sand the thing down. And then I got the 3 Wurlitzer 1550s that I got, which one of them is only for parts, so it's not really much worth of anything, much of a jukebox wise. And then I got the, I got one that's not considered a jukebox, but is a library unit. It's that really big one that I've been working on, that you've probably seen a couple of videos last posted on my channel, so now I'm trying to work on that, so. But anyways, for one thing I was actually thinking of, which I'm thinking this weekend, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to get it or not, if the seller actually still has it. That not too far from me, and a guy in Michigan Center, just outside a little bit, has a Wurlitzer, I believe it's a 3210, and it's only like a 50 selection, the same as the 443 Jukebox Rockola and the Seaberg SL100. And it's also in pretty much a non-working condition, because the guy says that he got it from a brother, and it's been sitting in his shed or something like that for quite some time. He said he plugged it in, and it worked for a second, and then he plugged it in again, and it didn't do much of anything. So, and for what it looked like, it was stuck in play mode because one of the arms was up like this. So, and it's one of those Wurlitzers where the arms are like this, and not that like that one for the 3700 that I have on my channel. It's not the same thing, but still Wurlitzer brand. So, but yeah. Is there really a limit to some people? If you actually have a good enough, if you like to share your comments down below, as you would probably notice, that would be very helpful, and maybe some other people would actually might enjoy some of those comments as well, giving others informed, like, how much is too much for that question for jukeboxes and collecting. So, on to the next topic. eBay. What can we do about eBay? I mean, it is a huge, giant auction site, okay, where everything is pretty much for sale. And a lot of people would post all kinds of stuff on there, so. And one things I actually do see lots of are, like, records like this, or LPs or whatever, so, which I only carry 245s right here, so, but a lot of there's just some things on eBay that's just absolutely completely frustrating to me. So, like, I constantly see like lots on there, which is not bad. What you can actually use, where people usually put like lots of 20 to 100 to maybe even 1,000 of them on eBay. Just a whole lot where somebody does not want these darn things no more and just wants to get them out of their hair. And I'm thinking for a lot of these people that post them on there just have no idea what the hell these records are worth, or what the hell they actually are anyway. Some people are just saying like, yeah, I got these from like a neighbor, or just dug these up from upstairs. My grandparents had these. I don't know what the heck they are. I have no object to put these things on and have a thing play and whatever, or I just don't have the time because it just takes too long to get through them all and whatever. So they put them on there for lots. But there's one thing that for someone like myself who really likes to enjoy vinyl and collect it, no matter its condition, even like this one here, as you can probably notice in this lovely little corner right here, that it's pretty badly chipped. But anyway, a lot of these people just sell these darn things for arts and crafts. I keep thinking to myself, why in the hell do you keep fucking doing that? Is it like some kind of fishing lure trick for eBay to have someone like myself or somebody who really wouldn't mind taking like a couple thousand 45s and turning them into a fucking like a wristwatch or a freaking bowl, for example? Like, I see that for LPs as well. So, and there was even one time that I went to a Goodwill store. Because we have like 2 or 3 of them right here in Jackson. And there's like, and I walked into one of them, and they literally had on a shelf an LP molded into a bowl, sitting on a shelf for sale. And I kept thinking to myself, why? Why would you have that on a shelf? Why in the hell would you do that? Now, if a record is like completely and badly damaged, like beyond frickin' repair whatsoever, or beyond play, like for example, I will show you here in a second here. For records that I think that are completely just unplayable, I think there's something like this. This is a Shaft soundtrack album, of course, by Enterprise, which is by the guys who created Stack Records, of course. I'm not very good at snapping, so. And this is record number 2, I believe. And for what I pretty much deemed as pretty much unplayable is something like this. I mean, you can actually clearly see from its surface that it is completely scratched to hell, and there's some really bad ones on there, so. And then I see some listings where the records are like almost in pristine condition. I mean, pretty much good enough to play. And I'll give you another example of one of those. Alright, here's an example for a record that I bought that was in a lot of 4. This was actually one of the 4 records that I actually got from that lot, so. And It is a Billy Idol album. That's got the fancy number 1 and a number 2 on its side here. And you can actually take a look at its surface. That the record itself looks in damn near pretty much new condition almost. Just has no cover or whatsoever or a paper sleeve to keep it in. So, and I see something like that for completely arts and crafts, and they say that the records are just not playable. I can't think to myself, what are your standards? What is your damn standards to actually think that something like this is not playable? And yet you don't see a record like this to say, yes, this is definitely unplayable, this will destroy your needle. Unless you have a really junky ass needle and a junky ass turntable and you don't really give a shit and want to play something like this, go ahead. But everything is at your risk. So, but I'm just thinking for like, why would these people actually do something like this? Why? You have a record that's like damn near in new mint condition and you still say it's arts and crafts. I have no idea. Just turn it into a freaking clock. Are you freaking insane? I mean, seriously. I don't even know what these people think, and it just takes me off beyond belief to even look at some of the listings on eBay for arts and crafts and lots of records like that. They're damn near new condition, pretty much, and they sell for selling with that topic on the top of the part. Like, why? You want to know another record that's unplayable on a 45? It's something like these. This may look normal, right? Look pretty much normal. Yeah, but if you look closely. See, there's a big line there. There's a big line right there. Basically, this record used to look like this. 2 pieces. Where the record has been completely snapped in half. So. And yes, you see some people actually tried to fix these, but not too many. There's even a YouTube video that I seen where a Japanese guy literally took a 70 RPM record that was broken into multiple pieces and slowly have them come together. But he does not want to give a secret exactly how he did it, and actually make it playable on a cranked up steel tip turntable. So, yeah, so when I consider something that's completely unplayable, that's what I think. But if you truly want to do something like this right here, and play it, my best to have an option is to have more than one turntable. One to play your good records on, and one to play junk records. Basically one that's not very good, like a BSR for example. Which, BSRs, there is a crap ton of them. And I mean a lot. Those things are like the most popular thing you can get. Or, get yourself a really shitty Crosley, which some Crosleys are terrible, and even an Emerson that I had was absolutely horrible. One of the ones that they so-called say that a needle can play both 45 and LP, including 78 RPM records. And yet, you have to have a really big needle to play 78s? Are you freaking kidding me? The freaking needle sounds terrible. It sounds good when you play 78, sure, fine, but when you go to play the 45 for an LP, it just sounds god-awful. Not that I'm saying that the first 45 singles that you see as old as this sound pretty good whatsoever, because the first 45s that I hear from a lot of people absolutely suck. The sound quality is just terrible. So, but yeah, it just absolutely freaking burns me to a crisp every time I freaking see a listing of a crap ton of records for like 20 or more. Always sends for arts and crafts for somebody who has no idea what the hell a standard thing is. Sure, some records will have some cracks and pops and whatever, and a lot of people actually enjoy that because that's what makes vinyl vinyl, because if you have that on a CD, all you're going to hear is a dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, just skips over and over and over again and is unplayable. Because, unlike it, a compact disc, if I could get one actually that's not bad whatsoever, for what would make a compact disc bad, it's not like if I was to use this for example, if any major scratches on this surface right here was to get all really bad or whatever, your CD player just won't play. And to make these things really unplayable, it's unless you stray this surface. Because this is the most important surface on your CD. This ain't like in the middle of it, this is like right on the outside. Screw this up and the rest of the CD is just junk. For a record itself, the other way to make these darn things junk, it's unless you actually do really bad damage like you did in this corner, or your record ends up like this, and you just have no idea what to do with it. It's just parts. But for all those scratches and pops in your records or whatever, a lot of people actually enjoy that. Sure, it may ruin the sound experience and whatever, especially if you have a really expensive freaking equipment that you have to put all this stuff on. But if you want to be nostalgic, that's the way it works, you know. A lot of people would really enjoy it. Well, some others are really nitpicky, which I'm thinking those are the people that listen to their iPods way too freaking much, or listen to MP3s on their computer way too often and think, oh, MP3 is so old, we should go with MP4, it sounds even better, or AAC or something like that, some weird audio formats that's just beyond me. So I hadn't heard about this stuff on the internet, and there's a lot of debate on formats and whatever, so but yeah, those are pretty much the things I wanted to talk about. So is there a limit to how many jukeboxes you can have? And do these people really know what they're doing on eBay when it comes to selling records? I have no idea. So, but that's all for today. Till next time. See ya.